Your thoughts on this afternoon, Graham?
I thought it was disappointing. I thought we had enough of the ball. I was quite happy with the midfield three. I thought they did okay. I didn't think we created enough problems up front. We didn't get behind him enough. To me, they just decided to just help it on, flick it on, and I didn't think it was a lot that beat us today. I was so disappointed with the 2 goals. I mean, it's obviously not a good time to concede it. No time is a good time to concede a goal. Bang on half time, just change things a little bit. But you look at the second half, I mean, they're only a side that's whatever, 6th from bottom out, 7th from bottom.
There's nothing. I mean, there was nothing in between either side, really, was it?
No,
it wasn't exactly a great spectacle.
No, it wasn't. The ball must be black and blue, mustn't it? Their centre halves one man at match, so I suppose that tells you everything. Because he played well, don't get me wrong, but it's just headed and kicked everything, and like I say, the ball must be black and blue. But if anyone got it down a little bit, certainly second half it was us, and I thought second half we had enough of the play without really causing him a problem. But there's a lot of things that we need to address here, and one of them I think is we've got to get the attitudes right to perform at any level of football. And I think they've all had a go today, but we've been found a bit wanting, I think, today in just our ability to create. That's the first game we've drawn a blank, and most games we've looked like we're going to score goals. We always looked like we're going to concede goals, and yet today I thought that's 2 poor goals, but I thought we were reasonably solid at the back today. We didn't
really look. I mean, we didn't look really threatened the Stamford defence at all. I mean, Saul Henderson had a chance after 14 seconds, and we were waiting after that for the next one. Yeah,
it was a strange game. It wasn't a nice game to watch, but I understand, in this league there are teams that play that way. You just got to have more about you to win that second ball and play a bit more football. And when you play sides like that, you've got to get balls down the sides of people. You've got to get them turned round. I don't know.
In effect, that's what they did with the goal as well. The goals got to the byline.
The goals were poor. We actually had the ball when they scored the first goal. We lost it sort of left backish spot, and they ended up breaking down behind our right back. And the player was just free to put the ball in. He's picked the player out, and you can't have that time and space in that position to be able to put the ball in. And the second goal is just.
Well, I could imagine what you must have been thinking, because the ball came in from a corner, and to have that much time, big centre back. I mean, he could have controlled it and then still walked it in near enough.
If I seen that in my lads' game tomorrow, in under 16 game, under 17 game, I'd be disappointed. To see it at a professional level, and basically it's just a case of, you've got to do your jobs. I left 3 up for that particular corner to try and keep bodies out, which means you haven't got any extra men than us, the same amount of men, 11 aside, and we just never stayed with the man at all. It's just basic, elementary defending. And you can do whatever you want in the week. It doesn't matter what you do. You can practice this, you can practice that. But if you don't do the basic, elementary, fundamental parts of the game, i.e. stay with your man and mark him, then everything goes out the window. And it just killed us. They didn't have to do a lot after that other than protect it.
And to be fair, they didn't do a lot all game, as you've said. We were the ones trying to play football. I thought Ian Craney had a decent game in the middle of the park, particularly. But it was when you in fact gift 2 goals to the opposition, there's not an awful lot you can do.
I mean, that probably has been the story of the season, I suppose. They haven't played that badly, but they've conceded, well, in my opinion, 2 atrocious goals. And when you concede the amount of goals we have, I suppose that's what you do. I mean, I've tried to drum it into the lads that, this league is about being solid at the back. If you're solid enough at the back, you will always get chances. And what I've seen in this league now, you're always going to get chances. But today we weren't solid enough, and it wasn't like collective over the period of the game. It was just a few isolated incidents where people have just not done the job. It's as simple as that, and it's cost them today very, very dearly. But I have to say I was as much disappointed with our attacking play today as the 2 goals that we conceded. Midfield 3, to be fair, I thought they did all right. Picked a fair share of second ball up, played some decent football, but we were never really a threat out wide today, and we were not really a threat up front today, I have to say, because there were 2 big strong lads at the back, and that is all then dependent on the type of ball you give them to defend. If you put it on their heads, they'll defend it all day in this league. You've got to be cleverer than that with your passes.
And we are seeing that, and I think I look back to the game at Stocksbridge last week, and we were a threat, particularly out wide, and today, as you say, that we never really looked like causing them problems out wide.
Well, it's about the ball you play. If you go up against strong people and want a battle, then the strongest person wins the battle. cleverer people duck and dive and move, don't they? Don't want to get sucker punch sort of thing. So it's about the ball you play, and it's not rocket science. You've got to play down the sides of people, and you've got to turn people round and see what they're like at turning and running, basically. We've got ability in the wide lads, but today it didn't really come through. And like I say, I'm just disappointed in that we didn't create as many problems as I thought we would create. And it sounds daft, defensively, I thought we did all right, generally. And we conceded 2 ball goals.
I think you're going to find this, Graham. I mean, consistency's been an issue all season, and you can't find consistency overnight. Well, as you said, there's a lot of things that need changing to keep it moving.
It's like anything you do in life. It's what you put into it, and I need to get a better attitude towards the whole week in preparation for the games. We have to get people through training. Far too easy for people to find an excuse not to do this or not be able to do that. You can't prepare for a game of football unless you've got your team there to prepare with. And there's a lot of professionalism that has to be brought into this football club, in my opinion. And that will take time to do. And I've just said to him in there, if you're not prepared to put in what I call to be a professional approach to the game, then you better off just come and see me saying you don't want to be here, and we'll sort it out, sort of thing. There's a lot of work you have to put in to be a good football side, and I'm astonished at some of the attitudes I've come across, shall we say, in the 6-7 weeks I've been here.
It's not the first time I've heard that from a manager this season. The third one that said that to me this season. And to be honest, it's going to take time to change. But you've been there, you know what needs doing, and you'll change it.
I will change it, but I have to say again, in the games, I can't really knock the attitudes. I'm not about the games. I think the games, the lads have given me everything they've got in there, and I can live with that. And I've told them I can always live with the result. But what they have to understand is the preparation towards a game also has to be professional. This is a semi-professional standard of football, and that takes a lot of application to play at this level of football if you're going to do anything. If you're not bothered, if you just want to be an also-ran, a run-of-the-mill type of side, then you can allow sloppiness to rule, if you like. And I just get the feeling that's what's happened. Sloppiness, I think, has ruled, and like you say, it takes time to turn things around. And I think we've got a big decision to make now as a club. We have to look at the league position and make some decisions as to what the way forward is, and what decisions we have to make in terms of I suppose the safety of the football club for the rest of this season and going forward.
Yeah, I mean, with 11 games left, that gap doesn't get any smaller. And I think you're quite right. I think it's time for a little bit of realism, but we have to look at the future of the football club as well as realistically what's going to happen this season.
There's no good throwing good money after bad. It's as simple as that, isn't it? You're never down till you're down, but realistically we've got to win something like, I don't know, probably 7 of the last 11 games.
Well, I thought we needed to win 8 of the last 12.
Okay,
because we got to double. We've got to double our points total.
8 of the last 11. So people will stand here and bravado and say, "Oh well, it's never impossible, so it's mathematically not possible," and that can cost you a lot of money, and you find out you've still not been able to do the job you're trying to do.
I mean, one team can always blow up, but we probably need 2 or 3 teams.
2 or 3
teams to blow up, and that's the reality of the situation.
Bottom 4's a killer. If it was bottom 3, you've got a real chance. But bottom 4 is a killer from the situation we're in. I think if people have seen, I put 5 youth team players on forms this week, and my thinking maybe now that it's the time to start looking at these young lads, and let's just see what the club has got beneath the first team. And the one thing I'll guarantee for sure you'll get is total honest endeavour from them.
We've seen it from young Alex since he's come in.
Well, exactly.
And again, I think most people would back you with that, because it is time that we have to be realistic.
Absolutely. I mean, people are earning money here. Well, no, people are getting money here. What they need to understand is they need to earn the money here. Not everybody, but some. And that's my job over the next few weeks to address that.
Cheers, Graham.
Okay, thank you.